Hey everyone, my name is Priyanka and I'm a student of B.H.Sc second year. Today I'm going to talk about light. Have you guys ever wondered how we are able to see the objects around us at daytime but not in dark? Let me answer you. It's because of light. So, let's talk about what is light. Light is a type of electromagnetic radiation that allows the human eye to see or makes objects visible. It also defined as a visual radiation to human eye. Photons, which are tiny pockets of energy, are found in light. Light always move in a straight line. Light travel at a fast rate than sound. The speed of light is 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Light is a transverse wave that travels without the use of a medium. Light does not require a physical medium to travel. That is, it can also move through a vacuum. Now, let's see what is reflection. We experience reflection almost every day. When we see ourselves in a mirror, we are seeing a reflection. When we see the sky on the surface of Steel Lake, we are still seeing a reflection. Reflection occurs when the light traveling through one material bounces off a different material. The reflected light continues to travel in a straight line, but in a different direction. So, let's see. Here are some things to remember about reflection. Light is reflected at the same angle that it hits the surface. The angle between the incoming light and a line perpendicular to the surface we call the angle of incidence. The angle between the reflected light and a line perpendicular to the surface we call the angle of reflection. The perpendicular line we call the normal. The angle between the incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. Let's say the symbol theta means angle and the arrow represent rays of light. Here you can see a sun, a table and a eye. Sun is luminous object and the table is non-luminous object. You know what is luminous? Luminous objects have their own lights and non-luminous object does not has their own light. Now you can see the light of a sun hits the non-luminous object and the non-luminous objects reflect back to the eyes. That's how we are able to see. You can see the third slide. What is refraction? Let's talk about it. Not all, not only light can bounces off materials. It also can sometimes travel through a materials. When light travels through a uniform material like air, it goes in a straight line. When light travels through one material into a second material, interesting thing happens. Let's see. When light traveling through one material reaches a second material, some of the light is reflected. The rest of light enters the second material. At the point where the light enters the second material, the light will travel in a different direction than the incident light. We call this refraction. Refraction happens when the speed of light is different in different materials. Here you can see a man is watching a fish and but the fish is not there. It's because of refraction. The human is not able to see the exact point of the fish. Sources of color. The property possessed by an object of producing different sensation on the eye as a result of the way it reflects or emits light, and one or mixture of constituent into which light can be separated in a spectrum or rainbow, sometimes including loosely black and white. Others define it as general term that refers to the wavelength composition of light with perpendicular reference to its visual appearance. or a phenomenon of light or visual perception that enables one to differentiate otherwise identical objects. Here you can see a light is passing through a prism. That's how it disperses and form a rainbow. Response of eyes to colors. The retina of our eyes contain two types of photoreceptors, rods and cones. The cones detect colors. The rods only let us see things in black and white and gray. Our cones only work when the light is bright enough, not but not when light is dim. That is why things look gray and we are not able to see clearly at night when the light is dim. Here you can see human eye. The most important aspects of color in daily life is probably the one that is least defined and the most variable. It involves aesthetic and psychological response to color and influences art, fashion, commerce, and even physical and emotional sensation. One example of link between color and emotions is common perception that red, orange, yellow, and brown hues are warm and are said to induce excitement, cheerfulness, stimulation, and aggression. Whereas the blues, greens, and grays are cold and are said to provide security, calm, and peace. And the browns, grays, and blacks, sadness, depression, and melancholy. Um, it also be remembers that, however, the psychological perception of color is subjective, and only general comments about its features and uses can be made. Thank you, guys.